Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Crypto Crow. We'll be right back with my esteemed guest, Robert Beadles of Monarch Wallet. Stick around after this brief disclaimer. And we are back, my friend. What's up?
What is going on, my buddy? How you doing, man? How's the crypto family out there? I just got the little pop-up chat up here so I can see who's in the crowd. What is up? How's everybody doing?
I'm not sure what's happening with the chat. It seems a little slow for some reason. Everything's
Melanie,
good.
Jorge and Brandon, what's up, guys?
I just woke up like an hour and a half ago. I was up so late last night. I'm still a zombie.
What were you doing last night, man?
Oh, I was on Pornhub, just hanging out. No, I'm kidding. I was reading a lot of articles, and then I came down and I did my first official audio podcast last night. So I was down here in the wee hours of the morning getting stuff set up, and I just basically talked to myself for an hour and recorded it and threw it up on Spreaker and linked it on. And I figure, if people like it and they want to listen to it, then I'll continue to grow it and do more. And I don't know. Sometimes I just want to come down and talk to myself. So I figure what better way than to share it.
That's awesome, man. But do you ever get into arguments with yourself? And if you do, who wins?
I haven't done that yet, but drugs are bad. So I stay away from those. I stay away from that stuff. Dick Insider's in the chat with the gay for crow. I swear I made a t-shirt. I made t-shirts on Zazzle that say gay for crow. I doubt anybody will ever buy them, but I figure what the hell? It might be funny.
Oh, that's funny, man. We got Jay. We got Nick, the Slayer fan. What is up, brother? Got Brandon, Corey, Paul, all kinds of cool guys over there.
Yeah, I see Brandon Lopez. Haven't seen him in a while. What's up, man? What did Crow say to Warren Buffett? Hodl. Oh man, so dude, you're like one of the busiest unsung heroes of crypto. I mean, honestly, every time I turn around, you've got more shit coming out, more relationships popping, more stuff brewing. You don't sleep. And what's funny is I actually read your Wikipedia page last night, and I'm like, wait a minute. Beadles is Latino? What the hell? You can't even dance, can you? Like, what? Can you salsa or anything cool? I don't think I've ever seen this.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, I don't know what it's like to actually not do something, right? It feels wrong to just, sit still. Like, It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I always have to be doing something. So like, even if I'm in the Bahamas or if I'm on, vacation with the family, I'm always working. I don't know what it's like to just stop. It feels there's something inherently wrong with me to where it feels like there's something wrong if I stop. And so whatever I feel passionate about, that's what, I dedicate my time to. And with blockchain, I mean, this stuff's addicting. I mean, I've been in the space since 11. And, people started asking me questions, long throughout that whole period, especially in 17 when things went crazy. And so, as people started asking me more and more questions, we put this little YouTube channel together for them, and it kind of took off. And, it allows me to, kind of stay up to date on all the different projects and, help contribute. And it's just so much fun, man. It's just, I think we all know, especially the people that are in the chat and the people that watch this, where we're going. And so it's just such an exciting time, man. It's hard to just sit on my hands and just watch it all go by. Let's create some value and let's tell everybody about it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It's definitely a bit of a struggle, though, for me personally, just because there is so much to do. And just having gotten into crypto, God, has it been 2 years already? Well, not really, but a year and a half. And it's like I'm still learning, but it's like, going through this bear market and trying to get things done. There are less eyes, there are less people that care because they think it's all dead, and people don't understand what's happening, and it's like it's kind of frustrating. But I I get what you're saying, man. And I have to rein stuff in. I was actually talking about this on my podcast last night. Like, anything that inspires me, I want to turn into a business because it's what I want to spend the most of my time doing, And so it's whether, I still want to create my own board game because if I play a cool board game and I'm like, man, this would be cool. I want my own, or my own video game or my own, whatever. I want to take cool ideas and make them my own and do them my way because it's just something that gets me going. And it's hard I can't sit idle. I can't sit idle. I feel you. I mean, we have the bug, man. It's what drives us forward. And yes, to let people know in chat, yeah, I do have Monarch tokens. I've been holding Monarch tokens for a while. I've invested in Monarch tokens and all that. So full disclosure for any of the conspiracy guys out there, but that's not at all why I have Robert on here. I mean, honest to God, guys, for those of you that don't know, we met. When did we first meet? Like, we first met, was that in Chicago?
Seems like 40 years ago, but it was in New York. It was at the it was Busto Awards in New York.
Oh, that's right.
Correct.
That's right.
In person. Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't know anything about you. Like, I didn't. Like, I didn't know. I was so kind of new to everything, and just I wasn't familiar really with who was who. But and I think we talked briefly, but I think I was already really drunk the first time we ever talked.
you were getting loose, man. You were having a good time.
I sure was. I was just.
Then I think you went back to the room and live streamed right after that.
I may have. I honestly don't remember. I just remember feeling like a giant ogre in a small village. Like
the ceilings in rooms are not tall enough for you, my friend. You were just heads and shoulders over everybody. So you had a great seat, man.
Yeah, I did. But when I really started getting to know you, I think was Chicago, because I think that was the first time with like a bunch of us all just sat down and hung out and talked. I think I met your son, who I had no idea was your son. I thought he was your brother. You guys are damn near twins and you look about the same age. So I'm like, you guys are probably brothers. I mean, and it's like, I think I was so impressed. You know how you meet so many, you meet people all the time, man, and people make all kinds of bold claims about themselves. And like, you never really did, but it's you could just, you meet so many people that are just so utterly full of shit. And
every day.
Yeah. And it's like, you never really know who to believe and who's legit and who's not. And, and I remember being very skeptical of you. Like early on I was like, yeah, he's super nice, but these guys gotta be full of shit. And, the more I talk to you, the more, and then like talking to your son and meeting your son. And I'm like, your son is like a class act. Like, your son is so completely impressive just in his overall nature. Like, I don't care if somebody's filthy rich. I don't care if, I don't care what somebody's done or what they have or any of that stuff. I care about, how do I feel when I'm around them? How do, what's their core like? My wife and I are the same way. And your son, like, I call it the core, but just their nature. And your son's nature is just so sweet and fun and nice and just so good. And I'm like, man, if his son at this age is like this, there's got to be something to Beadles. And, and I'm not here to like jack you off on YouTube or anything, but I'm just like, it's just like, I learned that you're very legit, and you don't bullshit, everything about you is real, and you work your ass off. You're just an impressive dude with an impressive family. And I really do commend you, man, because it's like, I've been nothing but impressed by you as an individual, as a man. And hell, and it's reflected in your project, this Monarch wallet and everything that you're doing. And I know you're paying for a lot of this out of pocket. And you're just basically building a foundation to grow from. And I commend you, dude. I think you're a great guy.
Well, I'm honored. Thanks a bunch, man. And you're a great guy as well. It's been awesome getting to know you, and with Aaron and Kyle, my kids. it's one of those things where if I fail at everything else in life, if I just completely just suck, at least I did something right twice. I got two amazing kids. You know what I mean? They're awesome. They're two of the best humans I know. So yeah, God's definitely blessed us there, and with everything I do, I just, trust in God and just work my butt off. It's, and I try to keep the family, with me on everything. So it's always something we're doing together. So, with my kids, with my wife, whatever, the different companies we own, the things that we build together, we always do it as a family, and our family just keeps growing. Like when we go on trips, there's like 30 or 40 of us, and how many of them are actually like blood family like that? There's maybe, my kids and my wife and everybody else has just been kind of like adopted family. And I've just kind of taken that with me and in every endeavor we do. And I just believe that, you take care of people and they'll take care of you, and don't judge a man by what he says, but by what he does. Right. And so, people that, I interview people all the time. I meet people all the time, and it's really quick to see when somebody's just full of crap, right? They just start name dropping. They start talking about all the stuff that they've done. And then you look for yourself and it's like, where is it? Right. So I rather than just telling people, I always tell people to go download it. Right. So like for Monarch, if people think I'm full of crap, just go download it. It's free. If people want tokens, go join the bounty. You can just go post some stuff, retweet some stuff, and you'll get some tokens. I'm not one of these guys out here trying to raise a bunch of money to build something. We built something first, gave it to the world for free. And every week, every month, we're just dropping more and more tech. And don't judge what I say, just go download it and try it. And every week, every month, it'll get better. And so for people that don't know what Monarch is, it's a cryptocurrency wallet that you can download right now that supports like 1,900 different tokens. We've got our own broker dealer license that we acquired. You have your Fiat Onramp, so you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies. You can use your bank. You can use your credit card. Now you can receive interest. So rather than just, your cryptocurrency just sitting in a wallet doing nothing, we partnered with Celsius. So now that now you guys can, basically get interest for storing your crypto in the wallet. You guys can check the market cap. You guys can read all the news articles, coin specific. You guys can track your portfolios. And the best part is, you own your key, you own your seed. And when you guys buy stuff, through us, it's right now, it's about 5.5% cheaper than CoinBase. And we don't sell or leak your data and you own your key, right? So that's just kind of the beginning. We have so many other things that we're doing, and every week, every month, just, download it, check it out, see if you guys like it. And if you don't, if there's something you guys want that we don't do, tell us. We'll definitely try to add it for you, especially if there's enough of an outcry. And people are always wanting, more coin support and things like that. So we've got just a team of people adding new coins, all the time. And so there'll be lots and lots of that stuff coming out. But just judge it by the tech, not what I'm telling you. Just go try it for yourself.
Yeah, man, I hear you. We're Rolex 23's in the house. Every time Rolex 23 pops in to say something, he always tips $5. I just don't understand. Guy's got to be like independently wealthy or something. I'm not sure. A lot of love in chat. CKJ Crypto News tip $10. Crow the Crypto OG. I would love to be considered an OG, guys, but there are hell, Beadles has been in crypto since 2011. I'm still a baby. I'm like a baby crow compared to a lot of people, but I appreciate the support and all the love. Which coins are supported for purchase on Monarch? You don't buy coins on Monarch, right? It just stores them.
No, man. You can right now hook up your bank account or your credit card, buy Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. And it's about 5.5% cheaper than CoinBase. And you own your keys, you own your seed. So, check it out. I'll show you.
I did not know. When did you do this?
I don't know, a couple months ago.
You bastard. Bastard.
So here it is. You can just punch in the pin. This is one of my test accounts. You just go right here and see you got buy, you got buy, sell, and then you get interest. Just click buy. Right there's Bitcoin, Ethereum, hit buy. You can use your checking or your credit. So I'll just use my checking. I'll just buy $5 right now while we're on the air. Next. So my internet's a little crappy here in the studio, but I just bought $5. It cost me about 22 cents in transaction fees for the that quick. Boom, done. So I just bought Bitcoin that quick. It cost me 22 cents in mining fees and stuff like that. But anyways,
son of a gun, dude! I didn't even know you could do all that.
Yeah,
I need to man. That's cool. I'm like looking at chat. Yeah, and I know I'm doing something with CKJ. I think I'm going to be a guest on his channel here pretty soon. So, okay, I'm looking at chat. I'm downloading that right now. Cool, cool, cool. Crow, you inspired me last year to get into crypto, brother. Thank you for the soon-to-be transfer of wealth as a 36-year-old. Good deal, Cody. I'm glad. Hopefully you're continuing to educate yourself every day. And remember, never listen to any of us YouTubers. We're all just opinions only. Anything that we say, and that's the thing with this market, man. We could say one thing and feel it wholeheartedly and be, this is going down, this is going up, this is going to be a great project, this is going to be crap, and the complete and utter opposite could happen tomorrow. I mean, that's just kind of the nature.
There's Litecoin.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's never financial advice. Like when we created the Crypto Beadles channel, my first video.
It's digital money that is
my
bought
very
and sold
first video.
online.
What's that?
There are no bills or coins.
Somehow a video just started playing in the background from an article I had.
Well, hopefully it's not your Pornhub from last night.
Yeah, no. I was reading this. I'm reading this article about the cartel and just the suppression of Bitcoin's price and all of this stuff. And it's actually just a mind-blowing article. I was actually thinking of doing a video on it. I actually watched it because I was reading it. I was actually watching a Supo Man video. I haven't watched him do a video in so long. And I'm like, oh, are we getting effed over is the title of the video. And I started watching it and I'm like, okay, so I kind of did an article similar to this a while back. But it's kind of an update. And then I went back and I'm reading the updated article and I'm following all the links and I'm probably going to do another bigger kind of video about all of it. Because for me, I'm looking at, okay, so we have this cartel that's suppressing the value of Bitcoin through the futures market, and all the different media and all the different people kind of working together to suppress the price. What will it take to overpower that manipulated effort? And so I really need to find like a math wizard to help me crunch some numbers and figure out, okay, when we have these big drops, these really deep dips, how much Bitcoin is being sold in that instance to bring the price to that point, and then what needs to happen. I kind of look at it like Star Wars, right? You got like the blue lightsaber, the red lightsaber, and they're clashed right here. It's like, which one is more powerful? So it's like we need the light side to start fighting the dark, and everybody needs to quit selling their damn Bitcoin into these into these cartel people. But I'm working on something big for that one because I think it's definitely worthwhile.
Yep. We just, the more people that start adopting Bitcoin, the more people that get into the market, the harder it's going to be for people to do that. Right now, I mean, you can see the market cap, we're like 130 billion. I mean, you look at just Apple alone, it's almost, 7-8 times that. So we got 2,000 plus cryptocurrencies out there. You can't tell me that one of them is not an Apple, an Amazon, a Google, a Facebook, any of that kind of stuff. So once we get some of that stuff, once we get a few of those guys in the market cap, once we start getting some funds, going into Bitcoin, things like that, it's going to be a lot more difficult. I know right before we got on the air, there was like 3,200 Bitcoin that just moved over to, I think, BitMEX. So somebody's getting ready to have some fun. So you might want to watch the price and see what they're going to do with it. So
3,200 Bitcoin?
Yeah.
To BitMEX. So somebody's planning a dump.
Somebody's going to have some fun. I got some whales splashing around out there. So... But in this market right now, it's easy to do that kind of stuff. So, it's very easy to manipulate. But the more people we get in, the harder it's going to be to do that. You got like Facebook. I talked about that over a year and a half ago. When they come in with something, they're going to launch a stable coin, it looks like. That's going to get, billions of people looking at crypto, and people are going to start finding Bitcoin. They're going to start finding these other projects. And when that happens, a lot of money is going to come into the market cap. And from, the rule of thumb is for every dollar that goes into the market cap, it usually, multiplies it by 50. So you put $1 in, it goes up 50x, right? So, you get $1 million in there, you get 50 million bucks. You get $1 billion in there, you get 50 billion in there. So anyways, you're going to start seeing some of that, I think, over the next year, and it's going to be a lot more difficult to do this going forward. But so where did you get the snapback, Beadles? So actually we have these made. I tell you what, I'll give away some Monarch swag on the video here too. On my channel, every Monday I do a live stream, and we give away $100 in every single one of our videos. And Monday we announce all the winners, and we always give away a bunch of Monarch t-shirts and hats. We get pictures from people in every continent, man. Just sending us pictures of like wearing a hat, using the Monarch, using the Monarch wallet, or maybe they got some crypto from winning on a video and they're, buying some coffee or something with it. It's freaking awesome. So people ask me why I do it, and it's just, it's awesome to be able to give back. So, with whether you guys want a snapback, you guys want some shirts, I'll tell you what, I'll give away like 3 of each on this. So see, I'll take a hat or a shirt. So let's fill up your comment feed there, man. Whoever wants a hat or a shirt, let me know. And just email me at cryptobeadles@gmail.com and I'll send you guys a hat or a shirt, whoever wins.
Beadles, are there any new coins that we will be able to buy via Monarch token wallet in the next few months?
Yes. So Jay, we're actually implementing, we've been working, adding our own exchange. It's not like Crow where he'll be like an exchange. It would be like we would end up integrating with, like Crow's exchange. We built a hub to where we tie into a ton of different exchanges. And that's going to be live probably within the next month. I'd get it done sooner, but we had to wrap up the partnership with Celsius and get that live. And we're still working through some of the calls, the different API calls and things like that. So once that gets finalized, then we'll add the exchange section into the wallet. And so you'll be able to basically swap tokens right within the Monarch wallet. So think about it this way. With Monarch, you're going to have one place that you can go that you're going to be able to buy and sell crypto. You're going to be able to store it, own your own key. You're going to be able to, swap tokens. You're going to be able to, do everything that you would do on a regular exchange. You're going to be able to pay for your bills in crypto because we convert it to fiat because we have our broker dealer license. You're going to be able to, check the news, your market cap. If you have like a great idea, say for instance, you want to, crowdfund something, you'll have crowdfunding on it. If you want to, say you want to invest in like an index or something like that, you can do that. If you want to, get interest on your crypto, you can do that. If you want to get loans, to fund your business or just pay for whatever, you can do that. So it'll be like one place to where anything and everything you can possibly think of, you'll be able to do right there financially anywhere in the world. You don't need a third party. You don't need, a bank or somebody to tell you, no, you can only spend $500 or no, you're in a country we don't support. You can't use your bank there. You basically rule your financial kingdom. You will be your own monarch. You will be your own king, your own queen. Nobody will be able to tell you what you can do with your money. You'll be able to do it. So that's Monarch kind of in a nutshell. And so within the next month, you should be able to start buying different cryptos and swapping them too. So it's going to be awesome.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It really is crazy what you got going, what you're building. Hell yeah, I want some merch. Love the Monarch wallet. Yeah, that's funny. What's funny is what you just explained. You'll be your own king. You control your own kind of thing, and then it's like, oh, Monarch. Now I get it.
Because, dude, everywhere you go, man, you got some central authority telling you what you can or can't do with your money.
Right.
But with crypto, that's what scares them, right? Because, we've got like 7 different stable coins we support, and there are different things that those different, issuers can do with that stable coin. But things like TUSD, that's, they can't. So you can take that type of currency anywhere in the world and spend it, just like your Bitcoin, just like your Ethereum. It's a decentralized wallet. We're not selling your data. We're not leaking it. We're not giving it to anybody. So, you can rest assured knowing that you can use our decentralized, services, and we don't even have your email address. It is completely decentralized. We're not leaking anything, storing anything. I can't tell you anything other than how many downloads we get a day. And then we have to go to the Apple store, Android store, and look at our account to see how many downloads we have. So that's, I want to make sure that it's something for the people. However, when they touch fiat, of course, we have our broker dealer license. We have to be compliant. So there is KYC for hooking up a bank account just for the AML and KYC stuff. But as far as the wallet side of things, it's completely decentralized. But if you hook up a bank account, just like signing up for a bank, or just signing up for a credit card, we have to, the KYC, the bank needs to know who you are. So, but again, we don't store that information either. And we would never, sell it or leak it or do any of that kind of data stuff that you've seen other people, do and, have to worry about hacks or, just trying to monetize their user base. That's not us. There's enough people out there that do that. You guys can use one of them if you want.
So I'm getting questions. I've got one guy is that decentralized equals no security and no safety. And then somebody else, Crow, can you discuss security on the Monarch wallet? You want to set these guys straight and learn them?
All right. So JF Airplane, so decentralized. Okay. So what that means is you don't have a central authority or power or server where all the data is harvested, collected, and stored. So for instance, if we, used, our own servers here, right? And we stored all of your guys' data and somebody hacked it, they would now have access to everything. What we do is we use the existing blockchains out there for our transactions, right? So you've got blockchain and Ethereum. If you want to hack Monarch, the quickest and easiest way, I guess you could do that would be to hack Bitcoin or Ethereum's blockchain. We both know that hasn't been done yet, right? So if that happens, then Monarch and everybody else goes down. It's that simple because we are decentralized. We're not storing your data. We don't have your seed. We don't have your keys. It's decentralized. Only you have that stuff. So if, for instance, we were a Coinbase and we had, our own servers and all that kind of stuff, and we were storing everybody's data, their information, and somebody hacked it, all that is now gone. If we hired a team of, say, bad people and they decided to do something with your data, guess what? You would never know. It would just be done. And the only way you would find out is if somehow it leaked, like maybe somebody like, Sandler going on now Cheddar and saying, oh, by the way, we went with a different partner because our last one was selling our data, right? So, that's centralized, and decentralized is basically, you're in control of everything. We're using the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchain, and that's about as safe as I know. And, as far as the app itself, it's got multiple layers of encryption. You would have to hack Apple or Android to, try and get it into the wallet. But you are the weakest link in Monarch. So if you lose your seed, if you lose your key, then you're screwed because it's decentralized.
Can you sell Bitcoin back into fiat on Monarch?
Yes. So again, just like right here, I just showed you how easy it was to buy. So if you just go here to the wallet, you can see that it's got the little buy sell right there. You just hit sell, just say how much you want to sell. If you want to sell $5 or something like that, you just hit next. And then it's going to take that money and it's going to put it right back into my bank account that's linked up to purchase and sell.
So you can effectively swing trade Bitcoin on the Monarch wallet.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, for instance, if you go right here to say, like the market. And so my internet in here sucks, but there you go. So right here, you can track all these different coins. So say, for instance, Bitcoin. You notice how we didn't do the coin market cap route. I decided I wanted something that actually allows you to be able to track everything in digits. So that way you don't have to take your finger and scroll it across and see what the highs and the lows are. Mm-hmm. You just push buttons. So that way you can see, the high and the low for the day. You can track it, per the hour. And if you want to buy and sell, like say, for instance, Bitcoin just dumped to 3,600. Like, ooh, I want to buy. So you just buy it right then. Say it just went up to 4,200, like right now. You can hit sell, and it just goes right back to your bank account.
Son of a gun, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah. It's live now. This isn't talk, man. Just, don't take my word.
I know it's not. I'm just, I'm just an arrogant, pompous asshole who's just so self-absorbed that I don't pay attention to what my friends are doing. And I'm just like, it's all good. Beadles is making his wallet. What do you think about Ethos selling to Voyager?
All right. So you guys know that I'm the co-founder of Monarch, and Ethos could be considered, somewhat of a maybe a small rival or something, but they had an $800 million market cap in a white paper, right? They shot up over $3 and something, or maybe even higher than that. I forget.
I think it was like $4.50 or something at one point.
Now they're like 14 cents or something, Yeah, I mean, they had a really hard time with delivering. When we came out for free, we basically gave away for free, like most of the stuff they were trying to raise money to do. So I think that they, are struggling to keep up with investors. And I'm just, this is just my opinion. This doesn't mean it's true. But obviously it's very difficult to, to build things and to deliver and to do all that kind of stuff. And so I think that they found a way out. And I think Voyager's got, I think if I remember right, he's like the co-founder of Uber or something like that. And so, is he? Yeah, I think he's like a co-founder of Uber, the guy that started Voyager. So they offered him, I think, like $4 million over like a 2-year period, and so that gives them a way to, hopefully deliver something more than what they have so far. I just keep delivering, on our own dime with our partners, and I'm not really worried about an exit or any of that kind of stuff. I just want to deliver real value. So,
well, I think for me, I was curious as to like. Since that news had come out, have you seen, an influx of new users coming to Monarch? Or because to me, I always felt like, well, it was either Ethos or Monarch. And I know that there are other universal wallets out there, but none of them do everything Monarch does. I mean,
none of them do.
Yeah,
none of them.
So yeah. I just assume that anytime one of those falls, you probably get a nice solid spike in users.
Yeah, we've had a big influx for sure, but we have our own broker-dealer license that we acquired. So I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think we beat Coinbase to it. Or it was very, very close. Like when we got it versus when Coinbase got it, we just basically don't plug into the media machine. You know what I mean? And I'm not Brian Armstrong, right? So I don't have that kind of network to, basically, turn that many heads or whatnot. We just keep delivering tech and we just let people download it and try it. The rest just kind of takes care of itself. But yeah, with Coinbase, with Ethos, all that kind of stuff, we've definitely seen a big surge in downloads and a lot more usage, which is awesome. And then I saw in the comments it says, "This is just for the U.S." So for the bank account, it is U.S. only because we have to be FINRA and SEC compliant. Our credit card is global, so we're legal. So for credit cards, you can use it in a lot of different countries. Bank account just in the U.S. KYC for both Fiat on-ramps and off-ramps. We have to, otherwise we'll be in a lot of trouble. So it makes no point to build something really cool and then just get shut down by the SEC or you have to look at a bunch of fines. I mean, you look at like EtherDelta, they basically just kind of created like a software as a service of sorts, with their exchange, and they were looking at some really some really bad things, and so they just settled for like $400,000 and called it a day. But yeah, we got to be compliant, man. So
I'm with you on that, man. I've been doing all the same stuff. I mean, we're going through a banking institution for Crow's Nest X, and we're they have everything. So we're basically like, my exchange is ultimately a similar situation where it's basically just it's a tech company. It's not really an exchange. It is. But we're going through and working with banking institutions and other people to help facilitate everything and kind of bringing it all together under one roof, and just making sure that because AML KYC is such a huge deal, man. And if you do it wrong, you can get pinched. You can get into some trouble. So who knows how to do that better than an actual bank? So we just let the bank do it, and that's yeah.
It's kind of funny, right? Crypto came to be because of the banks, and now we're more and more reliant on them, right? So it's like, we need the market cap to go up. When are the banks coming in, right? We need to be KYC compliant. Let's have the banks do it. So that's that's some scary stuff there. But one of you guys in the chat here, let's see here. Looks like Chris R says through KYC, government entities can press Monarch to release your personal information. Please explain how this is not possible. Dude, so it's really that simple. If you're going to be using a bank, guess what? They're compliant with the government. The bank can give away all your information. We're using banks to onboard people, to be able to buy and sell cryptocurrency. If you're using the decentralized services like the wallet itself and you're not buying or selling, it's decentralized. There's nothing we can share with them. All we could do is give them access to maybe our Google or Apple account. And guess what? That's it. That's we don't have your email address. We don't have any of that kind of stuff. So there's nothing we could really share with them. As far as the KYC side of things, if you guys are using it to buy and sell cryptocurrency, then yeah, they could press the bank, because everything just goes straight from our fields here right to the bank. We're not storing your guys' data. So they can press us all they want. There's nothing we can do. All they can do is go to the bank that's your bank that you're using to buy and sell cryptocurrencies through.
When people sign up for your app, is it basically like them setting up a bank account?
No. When they download our app, it's as simple as writing down a seed and then moving on.
I meant, excuse me, let me rephrase. I mean, in terms of like fiat, like if you're going to start using, like with me, when people sign up on my exchange, excuse me, and to answer the question, we're expecting to be launching in April. But like when you sign up for my exchange, if you're going to be buying in with fiat, but like basically every user on the exchange, it's almost like they're setting up a new bank account. It's not like they're setting up an exchange account. You know what I mean? It's like you're literally setting up a bank account through the onboarding, an onboarding process and stuff like that. I didn't know if because of I don't know how you're structured or with your broker dealer or any of that. I assume if they're going to be doing fiat stuff, that it's like setting up a bank.
It is. So it's really that simple. If you're going to be touching fiat, that means you're using a bank or you're using a credit card. And so we have to know the customer. So they fill out everything just like they're opening up an account, and that goes directly to the bank. So that way the bank then does their KYC and AML to make sure that, they're not some kind of terrorist or some kind of money laundering guy or whatever they do, that's on them. So, the data just goes right from the fields right to them. We're not storing any of that data. So, it's on the user, right? And it's on the bank. We don't, we're not collecting or keeping that data at all.
Right. Exactly. How long till your, Or yeah, I believe sometime April is when we're planning to launch, and I'm still trying to figure out all the laws behind marketing. Like, I haven't really done any real marketing for my exchange because I just want to make sure that everything I do is, legal, and like I'm not going to run any problems. Like, I wanted to use the Crow coin. Like, the Crow coin is created, it's done, and I want to be able to use it to like do contests and have fun with it and get the word out. And my lawyer's like, you can't because it makes it a security. And I'm like, I can't, like, they're just so many, it's like really frustrating, like I can't pay people to do things with Crow coin, or it makes the coin a security. And so I've got my lawyers just kind of working on giving me a list of all the different things that I can do with the Crow coin prior to and after the launch of the exchange, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. I want to have some fun with it, but it's like I don't want it to be a security. It needs to remain a full-blown utility token only.
Yeah, no, you're right. And that kind of goes to what Jay McShay is asking here too. So like Crow was talking about how you can't just give away security tokens. The Monarch security token is just that. So to be compliant, that's only for accredited investors. That's not going to be for sale on the exchange, open to just anybody. We having our broker dealer license, we're going to be announcing a partnership with a monster in the space here really quickly. And one of our first security offerings that we're going to be doing is some unicorn companies that you guys have all heard about. It's going to be some amazing news coming here really quick. And so we will have an exchange for accredited investors that will be able to buy, just like what Crow was talking about, securities. So the Monarch security token will be there, as well as a lot of other security tokens, and all that is coming soon. So I'm actually meeting with them in about an hour and a half, and we'll probably be announcing it to the world in the next week. And so lots of really cool stuff to come. And people that know me know that I really don't hype things up. I just say, stay tuned. And then they see it, and they're like, holy crap. So it'll be the same thing. Holy crap. So wait till you see who we're partnering with next.
I can only imagine, dude. I mean, at this point, it could be the freaking president. I don't know. It's nothing. A lot of people are, dude, like knowing that you can buy crypto, that's actually a big thing for me, because can you set up an auto buy as well? Like I'll throw like $100 a week at buying more Bitcoin. Can I do that through the app?
Not yet, man. It's decentralized. So we would have to, everything right now is decentralized. The buy and the sell function is manual. So you have to do that. You could probably set alerts to the portfolio. I think, that's not in this update yet, but we have alerts. So because that just means that we're now touching your funds. You know what I mean? It's because we have to build into the software now a recurring payment option. That means that we would have access to your funds. Well, I guess I could probably do a workaround to where it just automatically, clicks the button. Yeah, I could probably do something like that. Yeah, I could build that out.
I figured it'd be, if it doesn't exist, because I tell a lot of people, like, well, what do I buy? What do I buy? People ask me, family, friends, and I'm like, well, just set up an auto buy for whatever you can afford every week, and just let it auto buy. And just accumulate, spending whatever you can afford to lose. If you can afford $25, $50, whatever it is, and just set up an auto buy and don't even look at it for, a few months or 6 months. And then by the time the market turns around, maybe you'll have a full Bitcoin, and I'm of the belief that everybody should have at least one full Bitcoin stashed away somewhere for retirement. And so whatever you got to do to get that. And if you could set up an easy auto buy for whatever you can afford every week, it'll build.
We'll definitely put that dollar cost average feature in there. I thought of a way to do it that it wouldn't be too hard at all, and to where we wouldn't have to have access to your guys' keys or funds. So we'll try to get that in, probably the third update coming out in the next, month.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So it's, I didn't give away hats or shirts yet anyway. So let's do that. I got here. So we got gray and black hats, and then all you got to do is just say in the comments that you want one. There you go, and I'll mail them out to you. We'll get it in the mail today for you. So I'll give away 3 of each. How's that? So who do we got here? Anybody want hats? So Charlie D. All right, man. Charlie, you got a hat. Shane, you get a hat. What else we got here? Oh, guess who just rolled in? Get over here. So,
there he is. What's up, dude?
What is
Alpha
up, man?
Male. You wearing Team Alpha Male shirts? Oh, buddy.
Well, it's better than Team.
This
is what I wear.
All right, pick somebody here.
I like Team Alpha Male, dude. They're all good guys.
That's my best. That's my best buddy right favor.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
And my business partner. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't bring UFC guys in on the channel or any of that kind of stuff because technically we still have a token sale, and the last thing I want to do is bring in celebrities and put my buddies in in jeopardy.
I never thought about that. Yeah.
All right, so who else we got here? So Chris R, you'll get a shirt. Let's see, Gianluca, black T-shirt. Who else we got? I think that was 3 hats already. So let's give away another shirt. One Man Army, large black shirt. Cool. Just hit me up at cryptobeadles@gmail.com. Just let us know what color hat, what size shirt, and your address for everybody I just picked. And I'll make sure to get that in the mail today. Well, see, you got my little buddy right here too. Like I said, man, it's a family affair.
It sure is. I'm just watching my cat get bigger every day. Can we buy the merch? I assume you can, right?
Nah, man, I just give stuff away for free. Sorry, I know it's kind of a backwards business model.
No, we don't sell it. It must be free.
Yeah,
you asshole.
Like, where do I buy Monarch tokens? Just go on our Telegram channel and just sign up for the bounty and just go get some. So,
that's funny. Brandon Lopez. You got to get Brandon Lopez a shirt. He's
all right.
He's
Brandon.
Yeah,
Brandon.
Dude, he's always supporting everybody, man. He's a crazy little bastard from Louisiana.
I love it, man.
I'm pretty sure it's Louisiana. He's crazy Cajun dude. So what do you think is what do you think is going to be happening over the next month or two? Like what kind of I'm just curious as to what your thoughts are as to where the market is right now. Where you think things are going to end up?
So I think we've, kind of seen the precursors to what's coming, right? So you've seen a lot of sideways stuff. You see a little pump, then you see more of a dump. Right now, it's just like I've said, it's just high frequency trading bots. It's some whales splashing around. They see an opportunity to make some quick money. They're doing that, but I don't see like this big bull market coming anytime soon until we start getting like a Facebook. We get Telegram, we get Backed, we get like Fidelity, Goldman Sachs. These guys, when they start throwing some big money in, that's when we're going to see, the market cap start going up. That's when we're going to start seeing, Bitcoin and all those other, large, top 3, top 10 cryptos. You're going to start seeing some movement there in the green direction a lot better than we have been. That's just my personal opinion. It's never financial advice, but I think it's going to take money to move this market. And so it's either going to take adoption, which I don't see coming anytime soon with like that killer amazing service or DApp or platform or something like that, like something that's really, really, sexy, cool. Like everybody knows Facebook, they'll have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, stuff like that. But if you had something like that was decentralized or just on the blockchain itself and people didn't have to know that it was blockchain and you get, billions of people using it, we're going to be awesome overnight. The problem is none of the blockchain stuff that's out there currently is as good as what's centralized, and none of it really works all that great yet. And a lot of people know that. So the first area that I see a lot of money coming into is going to be the financial sector, things like banks, things like trades, things like stocks, basically securitizing, the shares in a company, things like that, maybe real estate. You're going to start seeing some money come in, and that's when you're going to start seeing, this, huge market cap that people talk about and speculate. I have no problem and believing that it's going to be in the trillions of dollars someday and maybe 10 years down the road. But I mean, it is so cool and so awesome how you can take something of like something from the physical world and bring it into the digital world. Like you can't, like pull $100 million out of your pocket to, buy some skyscraper in New York, but you could get, maybe 100 million people to put $1 in, you know what I mean? And then they all own a piece of this, right? And there's some kind of, agent in charge of that building that runs it like a business, but everybody now owns a piece of that business. Or, say, for instance, Google or Facebook, they decide to, instead of do shares, they want to do, tokens. They basically tokenize all of their shares, and now people are able to trade this stuff back and forth a lot more seamlessly and easily than current traditional ways using, stocks and things like that. So all this stuff is coming. It's just a matter of how quickly. And I know for the people that are in the space now, it's never quick enough, right? We want it, yesterday. We wanted it, today, but it's coming. That's all I can say. It's coming. And Polymath Michael, exactly. Polymath is one of my partners, so they're awesome, just like Swarm. So all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, a lot of I actually have a bit of an interest in Polymath. I don't hold any yet. But, it seems to be that they're going to be one of the big front runners, it looks like, in the STO market, is my guess. I know that there are a few other players, but that's going to be one of my next big steps, is kind of really diving into some of these kind of incubator type companies that are looking to facilitate STO launches. But that's interesting. I agree, man. I think that, everybody that got into crypto, even the ones that got in 2017 on a high and lost their tail and sold at a loss, they still have such a great opportunity. Just accumulate. It's, that's not financial advice. It's just what I'd be doing. Just accumulating as best you can. And outside of that, anybody out there, I try to tell everybody, anybody with a special service or skill, whether you're a developer or a marketer or a salesman or whatever, anything that if you can create something or work with other people to create something that answers or solves a problem or answers a question in the space, start doing it now. Because I do think that you have time. You have time to establish yourself before the market does turn around. And, I would love to just see the current world and all the services and everything that we do today just start happening on the blockchain instead.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming. There's a lot of people out there that say, blockchain is useless except for possibly, speculation in Bitcoin. But those are the kind of the people that just haven't seen, all the cool stuff that's coming and all the cool stuff that you can do. And, being kind of at the forefront, building on it, it's incredible what you can actually do. Mm-hmm. It's decentralization in period, just all what freedom that allows people. It's incredible. I mean, if you look at 10, 20 years ago, the internet was like 10%, centralized. Now it's like 90% centralized. It's terrifying. Like we're using YouTube right now. They can shut us off any moment, because they don't like something that we say. They can, Google controls like 90% of everything, when it comes to like what's out there on the web. If they don't like you, they can ban you. You look at, all the people that they silence. So this is a real way to not only, gain control of your financial freedoms, but also, your information as well. And so when you start seeing things like Elastos and all these other different projects, and full disclosure, I do not own Elastos. I don't have not a single coin, but there's people like that out there that are doing like really cool things, and people that don't see that yet will, and they'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I wasn't, backing blockchain back then. It's like saying, the internet sucked, like 20 years ago. It's like, this will never be anything. Right. And then now it's like, look what we're doing on it right now. So that's what's coming. People just don't see it yet.
Exactly. Well, I think a lot of people find it difficult to kind of search through the mud to find that diamond underneath. It's what's going to be around in a year. What's going to be around 3 months, 6 months from now, let alone a year from now. And that's what's got everybody kind of concerned. They don't know what's what. And I definitely I've been doing some more research just because of the exchange and kind of trying to figure out what projects do I see being the most viable, 3, 6, 10 months from now, 2 to 3 to 5 years from now, what's going to be standing the test of time. And those are the projects that I want on the exchange. And so, and I'm going to start sharing a lot of those findings and videos and things, but there's some other things that I wanted to cover first. Hey, Crow, what do you think about the Monarch wallet being a phone app? Would you use it or would you go with desktop? So me personally, my biggest fear is losing my phone. And, if it depends, if I have the app on a phone and I'm storing crypto and I'm doing my business there, but you can't access the wallet without something that I have written down or stored somewhere else, So if I lose my phone at a club or somebody picks it out of my pocket and I know that they can't get access to anything in it, or if they hack my phone or they SIM port it or whatever happens, then I'm fine with that. But, you know, for me, I have so many computers, and because I'm so paranoid, I have a different laptop for just about everything that I do. And so, and they all stay disconnected. So basically, if I need to do X, I'll plug in that laptop, turn it on, do what I got to do, shut it down, put it away again. Like that's how paranoid I am anymore. So, you know, I would probably personally, only because of my own, like I would opt for probably the desktop wallet personally for me. But there are a lot of people who live on their phones, and they're, you know, I have multiple phones now because of, you know, what happened with AT&T. So now I just don't trust anybody. I don't trust anything. I don't even trust me, because I keep everything locked up, because I just, you know, I don't want to lose anything, or I don't want to spill coffee on a book, or, you know, because I have like a hardback ledger book that I keep track of all my passwords now, because they're all so damn long and I got to keep them all different. I won't use software to keep track of my passwords, because you don't know what's going to happen with the software. So, yeah, I keep everything all locked up, man, and it's nuts. It's a pain in the ass. That's why people are like, hey, can you send me, I want to do something with crypto. And I'm like, okay, cool, but it's going to take me like 45 minutes. I exaggerate, but it's such a pain in the ass to like access anything I have and do anything with it. I just don't do much.
All right, let me pipe in a little bit there. So for the phone, how many people have like leftover phones that, you know, maybe they upgraded and they've got, you know, one sitting in a shoebox or in a cupboard, or
I have like
in the garage? There you go. So here's a really quick way to save some money. Okay, you guys are familiar with ledgers and stuff like that. Like, take the Nano S. You can't even have like 3 to 5, you know, cryptos on it without having to delete one, constantly having to update the software. It's got 2, you know, prehistoric buttons on it that, you know, with us with failing eyesight, we're trying to read the damn screen. It's a nightmare. All you got to do, take one of your old phones that you don't use that much, take the SIM card out of it, hook up to your Wi-Fi there, you know, at your house, not at a Starbucks.
Or an iPod, right?
Or yeah, any of that stuff. And I prefer like an iPhone. iPhone's usually better, but you know, an old iPhone, an old Android, something like that. Hook up the Wi-Fi to it. Make sure there's no SIM card. Go down with the Monarch wallet. Put all your tokens and coins on it. Turn the Wi-Fi off. You now have cold storage. Period. Go put that phone somewhere that's safe and secure. You don't have to worry about, you know, all those updates and all the crazy things and not having enough room on the device to store your tokens and coins, or having to delete tokens and coins to make room for new tokens and coins like you're always having to do, like on the S. It's simple, it's cheap, it's something you already have, and you don't have to worry about, you know, losing it at the bar or something like that. And again, make sure that you write down the seed, because it's decentralized. So even if you lose that phone, or say it catches fire in a house, in your house or something, right? You got the seed. So you just go grab yourself another crappy phone, download the Monarch wallet, put your seed in it, and boom, there's all your funds. So you don't have to worry about, you know, what I do with the Nano, or man, I lost my phone at the bar. You should not be walking around with your life savings in your pocket. Period. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because, you know, so all it takes is a $5 freaking pipe wrench to get you to give me your keys. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You start beating somebody over there with a pipe wrench, they're going to make it stop right here. Here, take my money, and there's all your money, right? It's not very smart. So don't keep all your money on any device. You know, spread it out across multiple devices. Make sure your seed is safe. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Very good tip. Very good, man. Losing my phone would be a nightmare. All right. Losing my crypto would be a total disaster. Yeah.
Probably just, God only knows how many nudes you got in your phone, man. So.
Oh yeah, dude. If you want to see some fun pictures, you just grab my phone and take a peek. It'll scare you. Like, what the hell is that? I don't have one of those. What version of Android? That's another thing. I wouldn't use Android for squat, personally. I mean, just just because they pretty much just let anything on that platform, right? Like it's not as secure as Apple. Apple goes through everything, which it's frustrating, because if you're waiting for something to get approved by Apple, it's a pain in the butt, because you never know when it's going to happen. You just get a random message someday in 2-3 weeks. But they don't just let anything on the Apple Store either, to my understanding.
No, they don't. They actually go through your code. They actually go through, you know, your application, make sure that it's not, making sure that it works, basically making sure it does what it says it does, and making sure that it's not doing kind of anything unscrupulous. So it is far more thorough than Android. Problem is, Android makes up about 80% of the phones. So you obviously want to support Android because 80% of the world is on it.
Is it really that high?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a huge amount of
cheap Android phones. People don't want to pay the premiums for an Apple phone.
Yep, but Apple, in my opinion, is far superior as far as the user experience as well as safety and security. But again, if you're using Android and you put a Monarch wallet on it, you're fine because our stuff isn't open source to where you can go on our GitHub and grab our wallet, tweak it, leave it up there. Some unsuspecting guy downloads it, and now you lost your keys. We're a real business here. So with downloading the Monarch wallet on any Android device, as long as you just turn the Wi-Fi off when you're done, you got cold storage. And then there's Buentasti. Sorry, buddy, if I butchered your name. No, I don't think it'll work on an iPod Touch, but it does work on all your iPhones, your Macs, and your tablets, things like that.
Yeah, I use some old iPhones, and then I use an iPod Touch for some things. Really, well, I use an iPod. Well, I probably shouldn't. I don't even know if it matters if I, but, like I use them for different things. Like one thing I just use for Authenticator, and that's it. and it's shut down when I'm not using it and all that stuff. And it's not even connected to my phone carrier or anything.
No, that's a great idea. Your authenticator should also be on a device you're not using. So that phone that you're using for cold storage, maybe keep the authenticator on that, but do not keep it on the one that you're rolling around town with.
Oh yeah, none of it goes anywhere. It stays locked up. So
as much as we don't, necessarily approve of what Google does with our data, I do like their 2FA better than like Authy, because Authy, you can actually, restore it on different devices. So technically, I could see a time where somebody could actually create a 2FA on another device and have access to maybe your funds. So it's better, I think, in this instance to use like Google Authenticator than Authy. I know a lot of people like Authy because of its backup mechanisms, but with that stuff, it kind of terrifies me. I could be wrong, but I prefer Google 2FA right now.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All right, man. I think we covered it about an hour in. Any final notes? Anything you want to address before we cut out?
Well, if you guys want to learn more about Monarch, just go to monarchtoken.io, join our socials over there. Keep an eye on the Apple and Android stores every week, every month. We're dropping new tech. Just, tell us if you like it, you love it, you hate it, all that kind of stuff. We have a bounty so people can, earn tokens. You don't have to worry about paying for anything. And then, if you guys want another hat or a shirt, I guess I'll pick somebody right now. Why not? We'll give something away on the on the way out.
There you go.
Yeah, let me see if I can find somebody. There we go. Let's see. So, Latino Chavez 55. Boom. Hat or shirt, just let me know at cryptobeadles@gmail.com. And let's find one more person here. Dan Yule Do. There you go. Dan Yule Do.
Both going to Vegas again this year. If they have another World CryptoCon in Vegas this year, I'm definitely there if they invite me.
Yeah, you'll be there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a great time, really. Yeah.
You're going to go wreck the place again.
I mean, I had fun.
I've never seen a casino close. I've never seen a place shut down. I thought they were open 365, man, 24 hours a day until you rolled up and shut them down. So
it's funny. I thought Vegas was 24 hours too. I thought Vegas was going to be a lot different than it was, but I still had a good time. So yeah, I'd be looking forward to that.
Cool. Well, definitely do it again with I call the guy, Professor Xavier, Professor X.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I do want to start going to different places. I mean, hell, in 2017, I could have went literally on a world tour without spending a dime, and I turned everybody down. And I think this time around, I think when that starts kicking off, I think we're going to start going to some new places and doing some different stuff and having a good time, meeting more people. So
where are you going to be in? Are you going to be around in April 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th? My buddies put on that Crypto Invest Summit in Los Angeles, as well as Security Token Summit in Los Angeles. There's like 3 really kick-ass conferences, other than, of course, chain-wise that, is coming in November. But, ones that I always recommend for people to go to network and to learn more about the space. Consensus is always, packed. Love them, hate them, whatever. There's
I've
a lot of people.
never been to Consensus yet. I'm actually putting up, so real quick, Run for the Unicorns, April 29th to May 4th. I just flashed that real quick. I'm actually speaking at Run for the Unicorns in Louisville, Kentucky on I think it's May 2nd. And that's like a week-long convention, and it's basically the week of the Kentucky Derby. And it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to be speaking to that and having some fun there. And I think we're actually going to have a booth there for Crow's Nest X. And so, yeah, I know I'm doing that. Outside of that, I don't know anything else going.
Well, let me know if you want to go to the Crypto Invest Summit, because that thing is always packed. They always have great speakers, great booths. I give away some tickets. So if people want tickets, hit me up. Try to get them in for free. But it's a little pricey, but it's always a great event.
Cool. Yeah, that might be cool. We'll have to talk about that. Crow, you need to come to Cleveland where all the summer weather is. That guy's funny. Drugs are bad, Maverick. I have family in Cleveland, actually. So keep in mind, I grew up in Canton, Ohio, which is less than an hour away. All right, guys. Until next time, thank you, Robert Beadles and Aaron and everybody who popped in, the little doggy. And check out Monarch Wallet if you haven't already. I mean, every time I talk to you, man, it's like Monarch just kind of jumps up further and further. So, I might actually start putting it to use once and for all, man, because there's some stuff in there that I didn't even know it could do, and I'm like, that was my button. You pushed my button today. So, until next time, guys, curl your coins. We'll see you again real soon.
Love you. God bless.